Alright, what's up, YouTube? Boxing fans out there? This is Mr. M2 giving his prediction on the Manny Pacquiao and Juan Manuel Marquez trilogy that's going to happen, I believe, on November the 12th. Well, you know, first thing I want to say is that not a fan of either one of these guys. I'm not a fan of anybody currently fighting right now. Um, my favorite fighters are retired, but like I want to say, I'm not a fan of anybody. So my predictions, I try to stay right down the middle with who I believe is gonna win and who's gonna lose and why. So I don't want to fans coming at me saying this and that. I'm biased or whatever. I just try to keep it down the middle. If you don't agree, you don't agree, but it's just my opinion. So because I know the reason why I say that is because I know that there's a lot of obviously Manny Pacquiao is a big figure in the sport today, and a lot of people do get emotional when it comes to him, which is fine. If that's how you want to watch boxing and that's how you want to enjoy it, that's your business. Me personally, I just like to watch it, and I try not to put emotions in it. As I try to keep that out of it as much as I can. But anyway, here's my prediction on the fight. Just gonna go over some quick notes here. The tail of the tape for Marquez, 53-5 with one draw and 39 knockouts. Pacquiao is 53-3, two draws and 38 knockouts. We all know he's a southpaw. That gives people a lot of trouble. The lefties. Marquez, orthodox fighter. He's age 38. Which is a big question mark in this fight. Pacquiao age 32. So let's go over the history of this fight. Or these fighters, the trilogy, I should say. Fight number one was in 2004, which was 7 years ago now. Long time ago, but it was a great fight. Had a lot of drama early on. We all know about the three knockdowns for Pacquiao in that first round. And Juan Manuel Marquez got up and made it very interesting. Very, very interesting. He got up and got a draw out of it. And in my opinion, I thought he won the fight. I know a lot of people will disagree with me on that, but I believe he did win the fight. But nonetheless, what I think, what anybody else thinks, the judges, which is what really counts, thought it was a draw. So that fight was at 125 pounds in 2004. Fight number two was in 2008, 4 years later, at 130 pounds this time, one weight up. And that fight ended up going to Manny Pacquiao by a split decision. Just a quick recap of the fight. In the second round, Marquez countered Pacquiao with I believe it was a good right hand or left hook, something. Caught him while he was off balance and rocked him a little bit. And then the next round, they got into an exchange towards the end of the round, and Marquez got hit on the chin with a kind of a weird straight left hand by Manny Pacquiao and put him down. A lot of people thought that was a difference in the fight. I personally didn't. Once again, I thought that Marquez won that fight too. I know a lot of people would disagree with me on that, but it's just the way I saw it. I thought he won more rounds. I thought he did more in the fight. He made Pacquiao look really, really bad compared to the other guys he was fighting at the time. If you go back and watch, he was just blowing through guys. I mean, looking great. He gets in there with a guy like Marquez, and he didn't look too great. Didn't look like the same guy. Wasn't going in there throwing a lot of punches, knocking people out. I mean, knocked him down, but he didn't knock him out. And I thought Marquez did a good job of outboxing him that night and countering him, hitting him with the straight right hand a lot. But the judges, once again, the judges are the most important people in the fight, so they thought it was a Pacquiao win. So there is there. Now, this fight coming up, 2011, 3 years later, at a catch weight, something that I really don't like. 144 pounds for the welterweight title. I mean, it's just ridiculous to me. You should fight at at welterweight, not a catchweight. But that's the way the game's going now. So the fight is at a catchweight, 144. I don't like this for Marquez. Last time we saw the guy fight at, what was it, 146, I believe he fought. Well, that was I don't know if that was what he weighed in at, but I believe that was 147. 147 is the welterweight limit when he fought Floyd Mayweather. He didn't look too good. Looked very out of shape. Looked very slow, very heavy on his feet. Very slow with the hands as well, and he got dominated that night. Lost every round to Floyd Mayweather. Which is why I really don't see this being a good weight for Marquez to fight someone like a Pacquiao, who's, let's face it, the guy's much more active in the ring than Floyd Mayweather is. Floyd likes to take his time, pick his shots. A guy like Manny likes to go in there and just, throw combination after combination. The guy is in great shape. He goes in there and just lets it all hang out, which is very entertaining to watch. And that's why I believe a lot of people will really love Manny Pacquiao, is because of his style. It's very entertaining. So I believe, now I'm just going to go right into my prediction, and I'm going to tell you why. I think that Pacquiao wins this fight easily. And here's a few reasons why I believe that. The reason why I believe that is because, for one, I already touched on the weight. Marquez is, to me, naturally the smaller guy. I know a lot of people still say, well, Pacquiao is a small guy as well, but the guy's had, 4 fights now at welterweight? 1 fight at 150 pounds. And he's won all of them. And he didn't just win them, he looked good, impressive, dominating these guys. These guys, I don't know if they were top-notch fighters. They're big names, but I don't know if they're top competition. But they're legit welterweights. And he went in there and he got the win against them. So, I don't want to hear the little guy talk anymore from anybody. To me, he's a legit welterweight now. You fight that many times at that weight and you win that many times at that weight, you're a legit welterweight. There's no question about it. As for Marquez, he's only had 1 fight there. Like I said, it didn't look good at all. Got beat every round. So that's one reason why I say that. The next reason is the age. The guy's at 38 years old now. And let's face it, the guy hasn't looked good lately. To me, he hasn't looked good. He had the fight with Katsidas where he was down again. And, he ended up winning that fight, but he was down. And then his last fight, if you guys didn't see it, it was against a guy named Ramos at 140 pounds. And in my opinion, the fight was fixed. It looked like it was fixed to me. It was a knockout in the first round. The guy got hit with a straight right hand going backwards. It was a good right hand, don't get me wrong. He caught him flush with the right hand. But the way the guy went down, he fell and just broke his fall and then rolled over flat, eyes closed, eyes shut. To me, it just looked like it was a fixed fight. The guy was there, got paid. They said, hey, you get hit with anything close to hard, go down. To me, that's the way I saw it. And to me, that means that Marquez to me, he's done. When they're fixing fights for you to look good in there, I think, to me, that tells a lot, That's just one big reason why I believe Pacquiao is going to look good in this fight. And a lot of it is just, the business side. I've touched on this before on previous videos where I've said that the business side of the game has really destroyed boxing, as far as it's really turned a lot of people off to the sport. And to me, this is another fight that just doesn't cut it for me, There's other guys out there that Pacquiao should be fighting and could be fighting. I'm not blaming Manny Pacquiao for that, fully. Obviously we all know Bob Arum and Freddie Roach have a huge say in who the guy fights. But at the end of the day, I think that he should definitely step in and say, you know what, I want to fight. I want to fight some real opponents. I mean, let's face it, the last couple guys he's fought have been just, they've been names, but they just, everybody knows that they're terrible. Like Mosley. I mean, he went in there and did nothing. Margarito did nothing. Clottey did nothing. You these guys just went in there and got paid, I guess. I mean, Margarito got beat up and got paid, but the guy was in there. He was slow, no head movement, no defense, just there to be hit all night. Clottey, same thing, just went in there, was in a shell all night, didn't throw anything. Mosley just ran around the ring, got knocked down, but he really didn't throw much either. So basically, what I'm saying is, I'm tired of the guy fighting these fights. I wish he would get in there and really test himself. But that's not the case, and this is what we have here. Another fight with Marquez 3 years after the last fight. So those are a few things that I see with this fight here. Like I said earlier, Marquez, to me, he's definitely out of his prime, way past his prime. Doesn't look the same. He looks very slow, very, very heavy, very just not himself, not the guy we're used to seeing. This is a weight that he's definitely not comfortable with. We all know that. Pacquiao looks good in this weight class, very fast. To me, he's in his prime. Young guy still, 32. A lot of people might say that that's not young, but to me, that's prime. But it is what it is. I say Manny Pacquiao goes in there and wins this thing by a blowout. I personally won't be purchasing this fight. Like I said, I don't really agree with the fight choice, but it is what it is. It's what we have. I'll probably be going to a bar or something to watch this fight. I won't purchase it myself at home. I don't think it's gonna be a good fight. Just my opinion. It should be a blowout. But I hear a lot of people on YouTube saying that they do think it's gonna be a good fight. Hopefully it is. Hopefully I'm wrong and it's a good fight. I still think no matter what, if it's a good fight or a bad fight, Pacquiao wins. But yeah, I don't see a good fight coming out of this. So, that's pretty much all I have to say about it. November 12th, Pacquiao Marquez, number 3. So, you guys can go ahead and leave me comments. Let me know what you think about it. This is Mr. M2 signing off. We'll see you again.